hackers French per here. And yeah, I'm going to show you the build that I'm currently playing with Freyna. So they did really cool build based on shield and a lot of very unique things. So that makes Freyna quite fun because she's really different. Okay, I'm also managed to make the Naieztra's devotion great on her, like really strong OP. I mean, as you could see during the clips at the beginning, that weapon does shred through it, and it's super cool to have it's just basically what we wanted from the update, right? To have a really fun gun that works well under some conditions, but still, yeah, I just go over it. So, oh yeah, and the gameplay will be Purge, Purge Challenge 5, obviously, to showcase an actual good build, because to me that's the only way. Like, if you don't go through the hardest change, and every other stage is like 10 times easier, it's hard to know if the build really works, okay? So, Venom Injection, okay? So yeah, I will be playing Malevolent for all the ones who are like, oh, it's Malevolent run. But as you will see yourself, Naieztra's Devotion does way higher damage than Malevolent when it comes to single target. And that's what the gun is about. This is basically my mobbing gun, okay? So, Venom Injection, alright. What happens with this is basically it boosts your firearms, okay, and also it makes your overall skill damage higher. Yeah. So the way it works is you activate number two, and you get a whole bunch of buffs. Okay, like you have a green aura around you, and that's what tells you it's working, it's happening. Okay. So corrosion. Every time you shoot one bullet with a gun, okay, when you do that, you inflict corrosion to an enemy, and it takes away 25% of toxin resistance on them. Okay, so 25% works with guns, so makes your gun stronger, makes your abilities stronger, makes everything stronger. Okay. You also get toxic sense, which makes your skill power modifier higher. Also, you get a super fast shield recovery, okay? Like, it's insane. Just watch my game and just check my shield bar. It just goes up. It doesn't matter how much damage I take, I will get the shield just easily keep up, okay? So, yeah. So that's what the Transcendent does for you. Now, yeah, okay, now the specifics. So, Preemptive Strike is, I would say, a specific mod here, along with power increase. So there is some regular stuff like focus on tech, and that's actually it. And these two actually really give me a really good amount of damage. One other mod, surprisingly, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a mod you should go with, in my opinion. Just because what I do when I reach a room is I will throw number one and number three, okay? Sometimes I only throw number one, and the skills will start doing a whole lot of damage, okay? And with Preemptive Strike on, which is super cool, interesting mod. Then we have, for the shield, right? Overwhelming shield, increased HP, increased shield. 3 mods. That's it, okay? So super cool again, not taking too much room in the build to have like a great amount of health. But we have MP Collector, along with Nimble Fingers MP Conversion for the cooldown and basically getting MP back. Skill Expansion, which I think is just enough to really make sure everything gets hit, because your skill does a lot of damage, more than you would think, okay? Alright, so now let's cover the reactor. I'm using skill duration up and skill effect range. I think that helps a bit. Skill duration up, but is unnecessary. Skill effect range is probably good, but again, probably not necessary either. I don't think it's the best reactor you can find out there, but it's great and it works. Probably going with something like cooldown and not even cooldown, maybe just Legion of Immortality, and then tech damage is probably the way to go, to like literally go through them like nothing, because you already do good damage, so you probably can do insane damage with the correct level 5 reactor, but that's what I have. Well, to boost my poison skill power even higher, here you can see I have an extra 5% skill power on tech, okay? Tech skill power actually does better than toxic skill power in some aspect, just because it's great to have both of them, so that's why here I have 5% tech, okay? It's also, I would say, a decent set to have a plug, because it gives you HP, so that's why it's great. And then here also have this one with HP as well, just regular walls. Oh yeah, I decided to go with shield recovery in combat as a role for the as a core for the extended component, just because why not? It fits my build so well. So another cool thing. And then the regular shell crusher memory, but with some specifications. So I went with the wall shield recovery in combat here, gold, and with max shield and shield recovery modifier here, both gold as well. So again, shield stuff to make it really, really cool. So yeah, max shield a total of 14.2. I could go up to like 17 or 18,000, but with the way I made the build, that's what I was able to reach, which to me is more than enough. Okay. That is one thing that's not happening to me. Here, ammo system to reload faster my Naestra devotion and the rest. Toxic focus rounds, to add some ATK with both guns, and well, for the malevolent, a good old evolutionary cutting mechanism. So I get tuning quite specific, I would say. I decided to go with defense neutralization, which basically does something similar to what your transcendent mod on Freyna does. So makes your guns and also your ability stronger both. So perfect. Yeah, but I decided to also go through critical hit rate for the Naestra's devotion. Yeah, and a little bit of whatever, and some skill power, basically skill power, skill cost, skill power. Okay, so a good skill power buff as well, because her skill is strong too. Oops. All right. Now for the guns. Malevolent just checks the walls. I won't really mention too much here. It's just Malevolent, all right? Yeah, special one, projecting extra ammo, because I'm using both the same kind of ammo with both guns. Okay, so you need this thing. Okay, very important. There you go. Now the Naestra devotion. So I decided to go with toxic ATK on the core and fire rate. This might not be the best way to go. It's honestly hard to say. Okay, so yeah, just maybe if you try damage, you will do better. But I really think fire rate and this is a way to go. Well, this is close. It's probably very close. All right. For the rest of the walls, I would say that critical hit rate, rounds per magazine, and toxic ATK are really good walls. But the fourth one, ATK versus Order of Truth, is completely useless, and you should not use that. Just go with Legend of Immortality, and you will do way more damage. Or actually, fire on critically damage, and you probably will do not damage. Okay, I mean it's already strong, so even better. This even rounds per magazine could be replaced by Legend of Immortality damage, or just weak points, or anything that fits again, which there is room to make that gun even stronger than it looks on my run. So for the build, I tried a few different things, but overall what you want to do is to get your firearm critical hit rate up with edging shot and better insight. You want to have double weak point damage, okay? So having and weak point sight really on both of them to really up your multiplier with the weak point, to you will see the amount I will show you afterwards. And more toxic enhancement, obviously, rifling reinforcement, and this tool basically for insane critical hit damage, okay? Because it's all about critting. For the stats on my Naestra, as you can see, 83% critical hit rate, so very, very good number, perfect. I have a 4 times multiplier on the critical hit damage, and on the weak point damage, I have 9.5 almost. So yeah, super cool. With the correct wall, if I'm correct, if I roll here instead of bonus fire ATK instead of Order of Truth, I roll weak point, let's say, I can probably reach 10. And just reach the highest number. Okay, there is okay. So yeah, I think the build is just great and perfect. At least as great as it can be. Yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Check out my rocket launcher build, which is also really good, probably perfect for this. This is actually not useful. Yeah. This is what I was using. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Try Freyna, she's different. No, yes, it's Malevolent, blah blah blah. Forget about Malevolent, just everything else about her is super cool, okay? The shield build is unique. It's a very different way to play. It just feels so different of a shield on and not just roll down heath and having to go for heath drops all the time. So very fun to play. Her skills are strong. Everything that you put in her hands becomes stronger because of her skills. So yeah, balanced Descendant that just feels fun to play. So like and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching. Again, try Freyna a bit. And see you next time. Bye bye.
Watch your feet.